In the center of Fresno, California, surrounded by city streets and quiet trees, stands a house that seems untouched by time. Its tall turret rises above the city skyline, its stained glass windows still catching the last light of the setting sun. This is the Meux Home Mansion, built in 1888 by a man who carried both healing hands and haunted memories. Dr. Thomas Richard Meux was a physician from Tennessee, a man who had seen the worst of humanity while serving as a surgeon during the Civil War. When the war ended, he sought peace. He packed up his family and came west to the growing town of Fresno, a new city carved from orchards, dust, and promise. In 1888, he began construction on a home that would symbolize success, stability, and healing. The mansion, designed in the Queen Anne Victorian style, was built with hand-carved staircases, wraparound porches, imported wallpaper, and stained glass windows that glowed like jewels in the California sun. Every detail reflected luxury, but beneath the beauty, there lingered something else, a stillness that seemed to hold its breath. Dr. Meux lived here with his wife, Mary, and their children. The home filled with laughter, dinner parties, and the sound of piano music echoing from the parlor. For decades, the Meux family remained in this house, and even after Dr. Meux passed away in 1929, his daughter, Anne Pranetta Meux, kept it exactly as he left it. She never married, never moved away, and when she died in 1970, the home and everything inside remained frozen in time. Almost every original item, furniture, lamps, portraits, stayed untouched. Even the doctor's old medicine bottles were found still neatly placed on his desk. It was as if the Meux family had simply stepped out for a walk and never returned. After Anne's death, the home stood silent, but the silence didn't last long. Neighbors began whispering about strange things happening inside the mansion. Caretakers and volunteers reported hearing faint knocks on the doors, footsteps on the staircase when no one was there, and a woman's shadow gliding past the upstairs window at dusk. One story tells of a visitor who entered Mary's room, a preserved bedroom filled with delicate antiques and an old porcelain doll. The doll's hair, they say, was made of real human strands, and when the guest reached out to touch it, the framed portrait above the bed suddenly fell to the floor, cracking the glass without explanation. The haunting of Mary's room. Docents who work the museum say that Mary's room feels different. The air feels colder, heavier, as if the room itself remembers the people who once slept there. During restoration, workers claimed tools went missing, only to reappear in the same spot hours later. And when the museum closed for the night, security guards swore they heard music playing, a faint piano melody coming from the locked parlor. But when they opened the door, the piano sat still, covered in dust. History never sleeps. Today, the Meux Home Mansion is a museum, one of Fresno's most well-preserved Victorian estates. Tour guides proudly share its history, its connection to the city's founding years, and the remarkable story of the family who lived and died within its walls. Yet, no official brochure mentions the whispers, the shadows, or the laughter that sometimes drifts from the upper floor. But ask the staff after hours, and they'll tell you quietly that sometimes, when the last light flickers out, the house comes alive again. The sound of boots on wooden floors, a curtain that moves without wind, and a faint whisper, just loud enough to remind you that some memories never leave. Maybe it's imagination. Maybe it's history holding its breath. Or maybe the Meux family never truly left their home. More than a century later, their laughter, their footsteps, and their love still linger in every creak of the floor, every glint of stained glass.